Our next segment here on Elgin Today, we are looking to the future with you, Maria Cabana. And you have been so well. First of all, we like to do it early every year. You started right here at the Parks and Recreation Department back on February 12, 1990.
I did.
We celebrate every early in the year. So happy anniversary again.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, now Parks and Rec director you are. The expansion talk, we had a couple of episodes of the folks getting a chance to get their ideas of what the future of the sports complex is. And these are exciting times, aren't they?
It's wonderful. Yes, it's very exciting. For those of us that have been around forever, it's just a wonderful time. This is what we've dreamed about for a long time, so we are finally coming to fruition on this.
We see with this big map behind us, we see what the future looks like, and that's so exciting. Tell me about the input I should say you got from folks back on the meeting back on January 31.
So on January 31st, we had an open house here at the Heritage Ballroom at the center for this project specifically, to share with everybody what our vision is and to gauge their input and take their comments into consideration. And we have finalized our plans, and we are out to bid right now for this project.
Wonderful. And this is the brand new map right here. If I look at number 4 on the dial, that's a new playground. Is that right?
It is.
Everything's new on this.
Everything is brand new. This is the expanded part of the complex property that goes from the current playing fields all the way east to Route 31.
Wow. So we've got 10 softball and baseball fields and, the BMX and everything like that. So you'll expand to Route 31.
We are expanding to Route 31. That is correct.
That's great. Yeah, I know everybody was excited about it because we saw that. And the courts, I see the courts are number 11, 12, 13. Tell me about those.
So those are three multi-use synthetic turf fields.
Wow.
That will be able to accommodate soccer or football, lacrosse, rugby, just a wide variety of uses that we'll be able to program on these fields.
And our sports complex over the years has brought many different teams and folks to town, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The complex, between mid-April and the end of October, every weekend there's tournaments out there. We have in-house leagues, softball, soccer. Our youth soccer program is about 700 kids a season.
Wow.
So it's a huge program.
That's great. I know in baseball, I think a few years ago, our own Jeremy Hayes tried out for one of the teams. I think he just struck out.
Well, we'll leave that to Jeremy.
But you have leagues for the older players, everything, don't you?
We have an adult softball program that's been going on for years, yes.
Wonderful. So again, tell me your excitement as you look at this. Better parking. I see more parking.
Well, with additional fields, we'll need additional parking. So that will come as part of the project. A new concession building for this end of the property, a new maintenance building. One of the really, really exciting things for those of us that have played at the complex or participated in programs out there will be to actually have an access from Route 31.
You need that.
So the current complex right now, the only access is from McLean Boulevard. So with this expanded portion of the complex, we will join that road and take it all the way out to Route 31. So you can come in the property from either side.
It is a battle, so you've taken care of that. You're a master of getting the cars moving.
It will be, once again, for those people that have been stuck in traffic out there, it will be a much-needed benefit.
I had to spend 2 days in traffic.
Favorite addition?
Yeah, what's your favorite addition of all the numbers we're seeing here?
My favorite addition is just the multi-use fields. To be able to have a field that we can program all day long for any number of different athletic events. These synthetic turf fields, you can start programming on those 8 o'clock in the morning, and you can go till 8 o'clock the next morning.
So we can accommodate many different sports.
The benefit is that there's no downtime. So if it's raining, you can continue to play. If it rains the day before a big event, you can get on those fields right away. It's not like a natural turf field where if the fields are really wet, typically we're not going to let an athletic event take place on there, because once we lose that turf, we've lost it for a season.
Yeah. This will be completed, as we wrap things up here, this will be completed when?
Well, we're out to bid right now. We hope to break ground by this summer, and our completion anticipated date is September of 2025.
Oh, wonderful. Just around the corner, really. So Elgin Sports Complex, the expansion that you've dreamed about for your many years, is going to happen, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. And you love all the fields.
Absolutely.
Can you play pickleball? I know inside here. Can you?
You can play pickleball.
Are you good? Are you good?
I haven't ventured into that world yet.
All right. Recently, we had a pickleball tournament here. That was fun for everybody to come out.
Yep, we have one this Saturday.
We actually had that in the past, but we loved it.
We have.
All right. So anything else? We didn't leave anything else? We're ready to go.
I think we're good.
Traffic will be good. Everything's good. And the future of the expansion of the Elgin Sports Complex is more than exciting. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Here for our next segment, we're delighted to talk with Sarah Michaels. Sarah, we're outside getting ready for the great market that's coming your way, the downtown Elgin Market.
Yep.
Opening day is when?
June 7th.
Oh, my.
And South Riverside Drive.
As we love this place, you got some great concepts for us this year, don't you?
Yeah, we do. This year we're going to be partnering with the city on some special days that we have coming up. So if you want to come down and have an extension on the market, keep these days in mind. June 14th, we're having a Juneteenth celebration here, working with the city and Culture 5. We also have July 19th, which is an after-hour program where we're going to be having Elgin Community Bikes ride through the market
Ooh.
on their bikes all lit up.
Will you be riding?
I'm going to try.
Oh,
I'm going to bring my
we got to
bike
see
down.
that.
And then August 2nd, we're working with Side Street Studio Arts the night before for their Area 22 Crafts and Oddities Fair. That's going to be happening the next day down here on Riverside Drive on August 3rd. So August 2nd, more artists are going to be at the markets.
And we're always the capital of trains, so we always enjoy that. Also, tell the folks this year you've expanded all the time to 3 to 8.
Right.
Is that right?
So for this year, we're going to be doing summer hours, June 7th through August 30th. We're going to be open from 3 to 8 to hit everybody after, because the sun's going to be out here longer. And then on September 2nd, September 6th through October 11th, we're going to go back to 3 to 7, because that's when it gets darker and colder during those times. And those are our autumn hours this year.
Wonderful. The feedback you get from the folks, everybody, the folks involved with it love it, and the folks coming out.
Right,
too.
yes. So we've had a bunch of surveys saying, like, we wish the market would stay open a little later. We're trying to get off work. By the time we get down there, it's already closed. So we're doing summer hours this year, 3 to 8.
We've got some of the great folks that we know coming back, don't we?
Yes, we do. So we have 7 farmers this year that are coming down.
7 farmers.
7 farmers. So we're going to have vegetables, we're going to have bread, we're going to have honey, we're going to have food trucks, we're going to have live music, we're going to have chef demos.
Wow.
We have a lot going on this year.
Yeah, you do. Can you cook?
I try.
Well, you could give us a demo, couldn't you?
Yeah, I probably could throw something together.
Is my coffee man coming back?
Yes, they are.
Boy, we're set. Yeah, we got coffee.
One more time. They're coming back down. We love having them down here.
That's great. So we start on June 7.
Correct.
And just go right through that.
Right.
Did we leave anything out?
I have the link matching program again this
good.
year from Experimental Stations. We are excited and proud to have them again. So anybody that has a link snap card, come down to the info booth, slide their card, they get an extra $25 in vouchers for fresh fruits and vegetables.
And right here in noisy Riverside Drive, but this is a great place to be. In the summer months, this is a happening.
Absolutely. Make sure that you guys remember these other 2 dates that we have coming up. August 30th, we're working with Love on the Lawn. They're going to be coming down the next day for their live house music festival during Labor Day weekend.
Wow. Can you sing?
Sometimes.
All right.
I've known to karaoke a little.
You can do it on that day. You might.
Maybe. And they're going to be having extra vendors down here, so come down for that. And then September 13th, we're working with the city for celebrating Hispanic Heritage Week. So we're working with extra Hispanic business owners that are going to be down here at the market. We're going to have a surprise chef demo, some live Hispanic mariachi music as well. So
You're going to be Mr. Shannon with the demos again?
Yes, he's going to be down here as well. And
although
then
he retired, he's coming back for you. Is that right?
Yes, he's also going to be doing some like pop-ups. So I don't know if he's going to be here every week, but we're trying to get that every week down here. And then he's also pulling in some other chefs for us to
Wonderful.
make it
Yeah,
happen.
he told us he never would forget you guys.
Yeah, we love Chef Greg.
do
We
too.
love him. So.
Downtown Elgin Market it is, and it gets underway, as you mentioned, June 7.
Yes.
All the excitement we can feel right here, can't we?
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be very exciting. A lot of things are happening. Come downtown, support local, stay at the market, and then go and shop all of the other exciting things we have going on downtown.
Sarah Michaels says it best. You heard her right there, because the trains have left us. So we'll start things right here, Riverside Drive, where the view is great, and this is a great market. June 7, opening night.
June 7th, opening night, 3 to 8.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. And we'll wait for you to sing on that night.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll keep it.
All right. You work on that a little bit. That's our scene right here. We appreciate you being aboard. We'll see you at the market. We're here getting ready for July 4th Great Parade. We've got the special events manager for the city of Elgin with us, Selena.
Yes.
Tapia, you're with us, and tell us, this is going to be a great event. You're excited about this, aren't
Yes,
you?
we're very excited. We have some new things coming, some returning things coming that people always love.
Yeah.
So 4th of July kicks off with our returning pet parade this
boy.
year at 8:30 a.m.
Is this dogs and cats?
Yes, it's all house pets.
My heavens.
Yes.
I can have an alligator. Good night.
I mean, if it's trained.
Okay.
No, you'll want to register your pet. Our registration opened today, and we'll close on June 21st. So just make sure you get that registration in. If you want your pet to join, they can come in a costume.
That's great.
It'll be very exciting. So that'll start at 8:30 a.m. and follow a shorter route along Douglas Avenue, heading towards City Hall.
So they'll get a quick exit, is that right?
Yes. You know, we want to keep them safe with the hot weather on the 4th of July.
I see. But the regulation parade, we're going out the full tilt again, huh?
Yes. So our regular annual parade starts at 9 a.m. All down Douglas Avenue. So we have Jesse White Tumblers returning. We know that's a well-loved
They love them
group.
here.
And then this year we have a unicycling troupe that's joining us. So I'm very excited to see that.
Will you be involved with that?
No, I don't think I have that expertise under my title.
Well, I know everybody looks forward to this. The crowds line up on the side, don't they?
Yes,
And
it's also exciting to see.
Wait.
Very much excited.
It is indeed great to have the pets back. That was for a couple of years. That was a highlight, wasn't it?
I can't wait to see the costumes they come in. That's going to be very cute.
It should be good. They don't stop for a water break, do they?
There will be water available
For the
at
pets
City
and
Hall.
people.
Yes, there will be a tent by Dogtopia taking donations for pets at the Anderson Animal Shelter.
Oh,
so make
wonderful.
sure you bring those as well.
Oh, that's great. Some other highlights of the parade. This is our 26th one we've done in the modern day here.
Oh my goodness, that's a
July
long
4th.
time.
Yes,
Yes.
Almost as old as me. Yeah.
Not as old as me. No, I'm just kidding.
So what's some other highlights?
Yeah, so then the 4th of July parade will lead us into our evening celebration, as always, starting at 5 o'clock at Festival Park. We will have Secondhand Soul for music, iPop, and our American All-Star Vinyl Band.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that is a super band made up of band members from very popular bands such as Steely Dan, the James Brown Band, the Wailers. So that'll be an exciting band at the end of the night before our fireworks.
Performing
at
in the usual
9:20.
site, yeah.
Yes, at Festival Park.
Well, that's great. We always suggest folks get a nap in between the great parade and the nighttime activity.
Yes. And there will be so much more to do. There will be food trucks, pie eating contest sponsored by Paul's Restaurant here in Elgin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of activities for the kids. So much fun taking place at Festival Park this year.
On July 4th, again, it will be. And again, we're looking forward to that. It must have been exciting for you to put this together.
It is a team effort. The special events team is great at just putting all of this together so that Elgin and surrounding areas can enjoy.
All right. It was always beautiful to see the streets of Elgin here.
Yes.
And the neighbors really come out in force, don't
Oh
they?
my gosh, they do. They bring their chairs, they save their spots nice and early. It is definitely something that is very loved by the Elgin community.
It
and
is,
surrounding.
and a lot of the folks bring out the family pooch. So when those guys go by, the doggies and cats, they'll like that one.
Yeah, they're gonna love that. I'm very excited to see those pets in those costumes.
Yeah, the cats. Jeremy's got to bring his cats. He's got a handful of
As
cats.
long as you bring it in a little backpack, because they look really cute in there.
They promise to
They
be.
came from outer space.
He's going to use one as a camera person, he said.
Okay.
Well, we're happy that you've done such a great job with this, and we always look forward to this. This July 4th, start time again.
5 p.m. at Festival Park is our celebration. Our parade starts at 9 a.m. and our pet parade starts at 8:30 a.m.
Same spot, way down those streets.
Yep, It'll go all the way down Douglas Avenue.
So it gets here a little bit to City Hall and to the police facility a little bit after that.
Yes, exactly.
Well, all right, we're ready, aren't we? We've warmed up and working on our tan, so we look good.
I got
and
my
everything.
special events gear ready for event day. I'm ready.
All right, our special events manager, she tells us everything about it. So we'll see everybody. Let's say it together. See everybody on July 4th.
Oh no, I'm terrible. See everybody on July 4th.
Oh, that was great. Congratulations. Our segment this time with Mayor David Captain is very scenic. We have the scenic Fox River behind us. Mayor, what do you have in mind for us today?
We're outside in downtown Elgin, right in front of the Kimball Street Dam. And a big discussion this summer is going to be, do we save this dam and keep it here, or do we take it out? And the community's going to have that discussion. And with me today is Mike Pubens. He's the Public Services Director for the City of Elgin. And we're going to have this conversation. We just want to make sure that people have information to be able to make a good choice.
Wonderful.
And they need to transfer what their decision is back to the City Council. So the city can do the right thing. We have a number of issues, and the big thing that we've been talking about here recently is the drinking water supply. And we've had a couple of studies that have been brought together, and that's going to be what's going on this summer.
Wow.
Is we're going to be gathering a lot of information and sharing it back with the community and through public meetings and public discussion, and that's Mike's job.
It is, and you've attended a few public discussions so
We
far as we
already
talked
have,
with you in
yes.
May.
And one of the first things that we studied was the saddle. They call it the saddle. It's just a little bit downstream of our water intake. And I'll turn it over to Mike, and he can talk about what happened and what we found out with the first study that we did.
All right, well, saddle up, partner. You're going to talk about that then.
Yippee-yi-yay, right? So the saddle is a natural formation in the river bottom that we thought might be able to provide a high enough elevation to maintain a deep enough water pool to continue to feed the intake at low flows. So when we're talking about water supply, our real concern is during the hottest times of the year when the river is way down. Most of the year, not an issue, but of course, we don't have any room for error, right?
Yeah.
We can't say today, tomorrow, we're not going to have any water. So we went out and did soil borings. Unfortunately, the material that makes up that saddle is not durable enough, in our opinion, to rely on for the next decades and decades to maintain that pool. So we're currently now looking at what it would take to relocate our water intake to the east side of the river where the channel is deeper, where we won't need to have that pool at its current elevation.
Wow. That's one solution, isn't it, Mayor?
It is, and if we take the dam out, that's going to be one of the things that's going to have to be addressed. And Mike hit the nail right on the head. When we started this process, I said, this is a dead issue if we cannot provide water for the city of Elgin.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to do that for the next. This water intake's been here, and this supply's been here since the 1980s. So we have to look towards the end of the century. And I think if you're going to make that kind of a commitment, you've got to be able to back it up, and that's kind of what we're trying to do here.
Like Mike says, we can't go dry in a July couple hot weeks, can we?
You think about it, and everybody says, well, there's plenty of water. And as Mike says, there's plenty of water here today. But in the summertime, we may not have that. And that's why we have to look at the worst conditions. And people, when they turn the tap on, they're going to expect water. They're not going to say, hey, well, we'll wait till it rains and we'll be back in good shape. So we need to provide that water 365 days a year.
You guys got a meeting upcoming on May 29, do you not, this month? Is it another one for the
That's
the dam?
correct, yeah. And that's for with the at the Elgin Moose. And our discussion there will be just like we've had in the past. We'll be talking about where our studies are at and the timeline that we have established. We've got a couple of studies going on and that we've contracted for. I'll let Mike talk about those as soon as the train starts to slow down or going by us.
We're Train City, USA now,
I know we
especially
are.
at night, so right on cue, a train just
Right
for
on
you.
cue. Right, so the mayor said we do have two studies going on, one I referred to a minute ago. We're looking at the preliminary steps to relocate the water intake to the east bank of the river. That'll also include a preliminary rate study, right? Unfortunately, these things are very expensive. So before we make any commitment to what we're going to do, we want to know the impact on water rates because that generally
Everybody's concerned about that.
Everybody's concerned about that. It gets right back to the consumer. So that's one study. The second study takes a little different focus. Everything to date has been on what happens if the dam is removed.
Yeah.
The next study we're doing is a cost-benefit life cycle study on keeping the Kimball Dam. So if we decide to keep the Kimball Dam, what's it going to cost us to do that, right? Because there will be costs to keep the dam in place.
Sure.
We do annual inspections right now. We haven't had to do a rehabilitation project since I think 1999, I believe, was the last one. But at some point, we'll have to do another rehabilitation project and eventually a complete dam replacement, possibly.
If other villages get rid of the dam, what would that do to us here if we kept it?
I don't think other dam removals would have a huge impact on the condition of our dam or how it functions. so much. So they act somewhat independently, other than the impact of the pools, and how the proximity of the dams to one another.
Lots of things to consider, Mayor.
There are all kinds of things that we have to look at, and like I said, when we started this, I talked to the city manager. I did in Batavia. I was involved with them 20-some years ago about taking their dam out at that time, and it's like peeling an onion. The more things you take one layer out, and it starts to raise other questions. And Mike just brought one to me. He talked about the dam replacement. If we have to, in 50 years from now, replace this dam, you might not want to put it here. Maybe you could want to put it farther upstream, and depending on where our water intake, there might be a better way to do it. And maybe that'll be the discussion for, I don't know if that's part of the discussion now, or that'll be the discussion 50 years from now.
Do we wait 50 years, Mike?
To do what?
Keep it status quo for 50 more.
Well, I think that's part of the process. We don't know right now exactly what the final path will be. We're trying to collect data, look at both sides of it. I'm an engineer, and on the engineering side, our job is to look at alternatives, share them with people, say our recommendation is this based on the goals that we've identified. So at some point we'll be able to bring forward discussions, benefits, costs on both sides, and say here's a path that we think works for what we're trying to accomplish.
If the dam goes down, what would happen to Walton Island, in your mind? Would it float away?
It would still be there.
Still be there? No problem? It's stationary?
Yeah.
You tacked it down well, didn't you, Mayor?
Well,
in 2002.
They did a great job of armoring this thing a few years ago, and that's really helped, because it's flooded out in my lifetime a number of times.
Yeah.
And so that's always an issue. And, one of the other things that we have to really start to look at is how the climate is going to change. Yeah. And in 30 years, is it going to be the same? And I kind of doubt that.
Yeah.
So we start looking at heavy rainfalls. And the city manager asked me one time, he said, downtown Elgin doesn't flood. Is it still possible for it to flood? Any place can flood.
Sure.
Said I saw Aurora flood. They had 18 inches of rain in one day. I'm going to tell you, if we got 18 inches of rain, we'd be flooded. There's no question about it. We just don't have the.
Almost every community on earth would have.
Absolutely. There's no. Mike's the engineer, but there's no engineer that can design a system that'll take care of that kind of rainfall. Too expensive.
Did we leave anything technically out of this discussion, Mike?
Well, I guess in regards to Walton Island and the entire river. Right, if these dams come out, the formation of the channel is going to change. Right, rivers move over time.
Sure.
They work downstream. The mayor's brought up the point about the sediment behind the dam. We're looking at that, trying to figure out how that sediment transport is going to work. Where's all that stuff going to end up? So the river will probably look different, and Walton Island could look a little different. And
smaller,
maybe bigger.
Hey.
Right, we don't know yet.
We're latching on the material.
Right, and I think that's part of that's part of our discussion here. And one of the things that, there are so many things that are tied to this dam. And right now in our downtown, I said this discussion is something that has to be done. And Mike is going to be in charge of, we're going to have 2 new bridges.
Yeah.
It can affect those, how those are built. When the Corps of Engineers preliminary documents talked about, there's a lot of debris under this dam. Sure. And there's a lot of stuff that has to be hauled. Where does it go? Sure. And it's going to go here on this property by the parking lot, and the property north of the library. That's the plan of the Corps of Engineers. It can't go west because of the railroad tracks.
Wow.
So we're kind of stuck where that material is going to go, and that could impact how downtown our development projects are going to go in downtown.
And when they drained Niagara Falls, they find cars from 1932 down there, didn't they?
Oh, we'll beat that.
We'll beat that.
We're
going back to the
There could be
stagecoach.
anything down here, yeah. Anyway, it's a big discussion for people, and it's very passionate. You can see around us a number of fishermen. They look at it through a different lens.
Sure.
And I said there are people that just like to come down here and sit and read a book and take a look at the dam. So I said that's a good thing too. And we're going to go through this in the course of the summer, and we try to get as many people involved and educated as we can.
We have about a minute. You were talking about the bridges. You have different styles already in mind. Is that right, or talked about?
Yeah, 3 basic designs, right? Kind of the basic
bridge.
Functional bridge. It looks kind of plain. And we're going to look at a very high-end visionary type of bridge that is going to be much more
flowers and
expensive.
everything?
Well, I don't know. It could have flowers, might have lights, might have arches, may have cables. We don't know. And then probably something in the middle. And like any project, it's a cost benefit, right? What are the benefits we want? What are the benefits we need? How much does that cost? What's our appetite for spending that money?
So if we go away for 10 years, this site might look a lot different.
It will look. It would probably look a lot different. And one of the things that we're going to have the discussion about that and the dam is how is it going to impact the traffic?
Oh.
And we'll get to that too. That'll be
Yeah.
another thing. And down whether we take the dam out or it stays and the bridges construction, it's going to impact the traffic in downtown.
You're always good for traffic answers.
I love the traffic. Yeah.
Mike, thanks for being with us. Thanks for the great job you do.
You're very welcome.
And Mayor, before a traffic person comes by wondering about that, we better let you go.
Okay, we'll see you next month.
All right, that's a segment right here as we enjoy the bicyclists and folks swinging by right now. We say so long to you from the Fox River. Take care.
Amiguitos, nos encontramos con una bella amiguita, Selena, que en sí eres la coordinadora de la ciudad aquí que ayuda a coordinar eventos especiales. Dinos un poquito de qué quiere decir eso.
Todos los eventos que ven en el verano aquí en Elgin es nuestro departamento de Special Events.
Y esto tenemos mucho que agradecerte porque son muchos que se están aproximando, cada rato hay más, están añadiendo. No está nada aburrida, por si acaso tenían dudas que estaba sentada haciendo nada, no. Tienes mucho que hacer. Ahora, uno de los grandes eventos del verano, ¿cuál es?
El 4th of July Parade is coming up.
El 4 de julio es una gran celebración que en sí tienen muchas personas, se empieza desde largo, hay una diferente cantidad de actuaciones, de organizaciones, un poquito de todo. Ahora, ¿cuándo va a empezar el principio, no?
Sí, este año regresa el desfile de mascotas, entonces va a empezar a las 8:30, es antes del desfile anual del 4 de julio.
A las 8:30 tempranitos, van a tener que gatitos,
Perritos,
perritos.
así, y los puedes poner en disfraz, bien chulos.
Los puedes traer mochilitas y cosas así.
Ajá.
Y si tienes un cocodrilo, algo así también, con que esté en casa.
Si están entrenados, maybe.
Cualquier animalito que tengan que en sí esté calmadito, ¿verdad? No que vaya a estar alborotado.
No, please no.
A las 8:30, esa es la primera vez que se hace, de hecho una vez anterior, ¿no?
Se ha hecho antes y este es el regreso.
Muy bien, si tienen una mascota a las 8:30, se tienen que registrar ¿para cuándo?
En línea ya empezó hoy y hasta el 21 de junio.
Tienen una ventanita chiquita para registrar sus animalitos. Es algo bonito y van a tener que caminar mucho porque están chiquitos.
No, empieza la mitad de la ruta, entonces no va a ser todo el tiempo como está bien caliente afuera para el 4 de julio.
Y luego no puede caminar tanto. Y también van a tener que ver el desfile, no se pueden perder los caballos y todo lo demás. Van a tener la mascota. ¿Quién más van a tener?
Y para el desfile anual, entonces a las 9 empieza y van a estar regresando muchos grupos, Lali va a estar cantando, van a ver muchos.
Una gran voz que tiene esa nena, híjole.
Vamos a tener los Jessie White Tumblers.
Esos son los que se echan marometas y andan brincando y ahí te motivan como que también quieres brincar.
Y uno nuevo de este año va a ser un unicycling troop, entonces los que están en bicicleta.
Ciclando con una bicicleta, con una llanta, híjole, qué desafío para tratar de estar haciendo eso. Yo quiero ver eso, no me lo puedo perder. Sí, es que eso es bastante. ¿Y qué más?
Y en la noche empieza nuestro festival a las 5 en Festival Park.
Realmente en el festival, en el desfile, siempre tienen los caballos. ¿También van a ver los caballos?
Creo que sí, van a regresar al último. Ajá.
Tenemos los caballos que normalmente es hasta el final, tienen que quedar todo el tiempo. Es que tienen que llegar tempranito. Más o menos como quieras crees que es ideal que lleguen.
Hay gente afuera como a las 8 de la mañana con sus sillas, entonces lo más temprano posible.
Tráiganse desde antes, porque llega y se llena todo el camino.
Sí, está todo cerrado, entonces quieres llegar temprano.
¿Sabes qué tan largo es el desfile?
Empieza creo que hasta Slade.
Slade es que es un buen tromo hasta allá.
Y termina aquí. Entonces.
¿Y dónde sería el buen lugar ponerse? Porque, híjole, ¿quieres estar un poquito allá? Pero que te alcances entonces.
Estar aquí cerquita de City Hall, porque todo se ve bien bonito.
Sí, aquí tienes de la música, porque siempre hay música, el ambiente. Pero allá también empiezan los dulces y ya cuando llegan aquí se acabaron.
Yes, that's true.
Se traen sus dulces, se traen tus cositas aquí. Pero realmente empiezan aquí desde temprano y tráiganse sus sillas. ¿Qué deberían de traer?
sus sillas, algo de tomar porque va a estar bien caliente, entonces sus agua y todo eso.
¿Una sombría?
Ajá, una sombría, your sunscreen, you protect your skin, yes.
Sí, protector para que no se vayan a quemar, porque realmente vas a estar todo bien ahí por cachitos, como le llaman el farmer's stand, por cachitos. Y entonces para en la tarde van a tener una celebración.
Va a haber una celebración en Festival Park, va a haber música.
Es abierto para todos,
Sí,
tienen que
abierto,
pagar.
gratis para todos, va a haber música, food
La
truck,
pachanga continúa.
va a haber un pie eating contest con Paul's Restaurant.
Ah, se van a tener que traigan en sí la habilidad de ponerse a comer los
Vengan con
postres.
hambre, vengan con hambre.
Sí, van a tener comida, de todos modos tienen los camiones de comida.
Trucks, yes, so much variety.
Sí.
Va a haber actividades para los niños.
Sí, también, entonces el concurso de quién se puede comer los...
Va a haber de edades a teenagers to adults. Entonces,
Oh, ok.
te puedes
Aseguren si quieren registrarse para ver quién come más. Ahí nos podemos apuntar.
y the splash pad is open at Festival Park para los niños, entonces va a haber mucho que hacer.
Va a ser mucha diversión, la verdad. Agradecemos mucho todos esos esfuerzos que ustedes hacen, es mucho trabajo, pero en sí es un día lleno de pachanga, no se vayan lejos, quédense aquí, va a haber mucho que ver y termina una buena pachanga. Normalmente hay fuegos artificiales, ¿va a haber este año?
Va a haber los juegos a 9:20 p.m., a las 9:20.
Todavía aseguren porque todavía traen su silla, no la suelten, la silla se la traen todo el día con ustedes.
Su espacio porque sí se llena.
Sí, se pone muy divertido, los esperamos en sí el 4 de julio, tempranito lléguense, busquen en sobre la Douglas. Sí, 7:30 porque se llena la calle y así lleguen tempranito y todo bien listos para que así no les cale el sol, no tengan hambre y tráiganse mucha agua, ¿verdad?
Sí, mucha agua, por favor.
Muchas gracias por todo lo que hacen, aseguren, no se pierdan ese día, aquí los esperamos el 4 de julio, hasta luego, adiós.
Gracias.
Hoy nos encontramos aquí en la ciudad y tengo una amiga con nosotros que se llama Claudia, dinos quién eres y qué es lo que haces aquí en la ciudad.
Sí, me llamo Claudia y hago diseño para promociones y publicidad para la ciudad, para el Departamento de Parques y Recreación.
Qué interesante, ¿y eso de qué es lo que haces en sí?
Hago cosas como para el Facebook y Instagram para que las personas de la comunidad sepan qué está pasando.
Tienes mucha información, es una persona que debemos de tener a nuestro lado para que nos diga todo lo que está sucediendo. Sí. Y para eso realmente hay algo importante que está pasando, no, especialmente que ahora viene el verano. Cada verano es algo interesante porque siempre andamos buscando actividad para hacer afuera. Estamos viendo cambios que van a haber ahora en el Elgin Sport Complex, que se cuenta por la ECC, cerca de ahí donde está la escuela comunitaria, que están ampliando. Dinos un poquito de estos cambios.
Sí, se va a hacer una expansión. Vamos a tener 3 canchas nuevas. Y son de zacate artificial.
El césped artificial, realmente lo bueno de eso es que no les va a afectar mucho. ¿Qué es lo que sucede con césped artificial?
Sí, cuando llueve no vamos a tener que preocuparnos que va a ser mucho lodo y se va a poder jugar muchos juegos
sin parar.
Sin parar, sí.
Es que le van a tener que poner tiene que darle, no va a haber ningún paro en ese momento.
Sí, y entonces eso es bueno porque se van a jugar muchos deportes, no nomás fútbol, se va a jugar fútbol americano, fútbol, lacrosse, y entonces con el césped artificial no se tiene que preocupar que se van a inundar los campos.
Van a amplificar y van a añadir más canchas y van a tener otras cosas para niños también. ¿Qué más van a añadir?
Sí, vamos a tener una área de juegos también nuevo. Son para niños de 0 a 12 años y va a ser muy bueno para que los papás que vienen a ver los juegos también tienen algo que los niños puedan hacer.
Se pueden entretener ahí, así como con columpios y cosas así.
Sí, sí. Y también se va a tener un área nueva donde se va a vender comida. Para los que vienen para torneos.
Para echar porras y a veces te faltan las papitas, los nachos, las palomitas y van a tener entonces un lugar donde van a poder comprar las cosas que comemos, ¿no?
Sí, como en torneos a veces es juego tras juego tras juego. Ahí no se tienen que ir a ningún lugar, se pueden quedar ahí a comer algo rápido.
Sí, van a poder alimentarse un poquito, por lo menos aguantar la hambre un poco. Sí. Y también van a añadir algo más que se me hace muy súper para caminar. Las personas que necesitan caminar a veces no encuentran dónde. Eso también va a ser algo abierto para toda la comunidad. ¿Cómo es eso?
Sí, está abierto para toda la comunidad y va a ser, va a llegar desde la McLean hasta la 31.
Se van a abrir, ahora sí va a haber entrada desde la 31 para entrar en sí al complejo de los deportes.
Sí, va a haber construcción para que se pueda entrar por la 31 porque ahorita nomás se entra por la McLean y va a haber más estacionamientos para que puedan ver más
Haya más accesos realmente. Y en sí, para que las personas empiecen a venir, ¿cuándo van a hacer estos cambios? ¿Para cuándo? Más o menos, porque sé todavía están esperando para saber cuándo van a empezar, porque todavía no se empieza la construcción.
Sí, hay muchas cosas oficiales que tienen que pasar primero, pero ojalá para el otoño pueden empezar y ojalá y se termine para el otoño del 2025.
So, para el 2025 ya van a estar terminando en sí todo en sí el proceso, ¿no?
Sí, sí.
Muy bien. Y de ahí en afuera vamos a tener una cancha para caminar. También va a haber una pista de ciclismo, ¿no? Algo así, o por lo menos un cachito.
Sí, ahorita ya tenemos uno. El plan es que se va ampliar un poco, sí.
Que eso realmente vamos a poder ampliarle para que las personas se puedan conectar del 31 a McLean.
Sí.
So van a tener esa conexión.
Sí.
Muy bien, muy bien. Y luego van a tener en sí más canchas. Son las personas que hacen deportes van a poder hacerlo un poquito más. Va a haber más oportunidad en sí y todas las personas pueden venir. Se va a poder rentar durante la semana.
Sí.
¿Cómo es eso?
Sí, se puede rentar para torneos. Si hay equipos que quieren jugar un torneo, se habla con el director que se llama Dennis, y se puede planear para torneos, pero también va a ser una cancha, ojalá que pueda estar disponible para la gente que venga a jugar, porque ahorita como no tenemos suficiente, todas se usan y no puede venir la gente a jugar en una de las canchas, pero el plan es que con 3 nuevas, una se va a poder usar para la comunidad.
Se va a haber más oportunidad para ver y utilizar esto, especialmente tenemos que tener más actividad y esto se va a prestar para que las personas sean más activas, más deportes. Es que ya estoy ansiosa para que lo abran y tengamos esa oportunidad de utilizarlos. ¿Alguna otra sugerencia para las personas que quieran hacer eso, que se vayan alistando desde ahorita?
Sí, tenemos más información en nuestro sitio del internet. Si quieren ver más detalles, ahí están los planes, explica todo.
Los cambios que van a haber.
Que va a pasar, sí. Y nomás estamos muy emocionados para que la comunidad venga, no nomás para jugar, pero para echar porras, para venir con sus niños. Y va a haber mucha oportunidad para hacer ejercicio y...
Sí, es algo muy ideal. Y todavía mientras este transcurso de los añadimientos que van a estar haciendo, van a tener aún todavía abierto lo que tenemos las canchas desde ahorita, ¿verdad?
Lo que está abierto ahorita no va a cambiar. Eso se va a quedar y cuando empiece la construcción va a empezar del otro lado. Entonces la entrada de McLean va a quedar.
No le va a afectar entonces de nada. Sigan viniendo al Sports Complex, los esperamos. Es importante que vengan, apoyen porque es importante que tengamos esa actividad, toda la familia. Los esperamos entonces pronto a ver si nos topamos aquí en el Sports Complex. Hasta luego, adiós.
Adiós.
Hola gente de Elgin y todos los de alrededor, me llamo Freddy Lagunes, yo soy artesano local y también trabajo en diferentes lugares que también son parte del downtown. Hoy estoy aquí para hablarles del mercado del centro de Elgin. Se llamaba antes The Elgin Farmers Market, pero ahora se llama The Elgin's Market. Empezará junio 7 a octubre 11, ya que las horas han sido extendidas para todos y serán disfrutados más hasta las 8 de la tarde. Habrá muchos negocios del Downtown Elgin participando, como diferentes barras como Vern's Tavern, un nuevo restaurante que se llama El Patio, donde tienen comida deliciosa, mexicana, auténtica y bebidas muy ricas también, y aparte de muchos más que son de alrededor. Aparte del downtown, también habrá diferentes eventos durante el centro, empezando el junio 14, donde habrá una cultura pop. También tendremos diferente música, comida afroamericana y cosas diferentes también. Julio 19, también tendremos una glow party, cosas que brillan en la oscuridad, donde habrá bicicletas también, muchos DJs y un poquito de todo lo demás. Siguiente, el agosto 2, habrá un evento para artistas, Área 22 y diferentes artistas como yo, haciendo arte con toda la gente y mucha diversión para todos. También me gustaría recordarles que si traen su tarjeta de link al mercado, podrán usar 25 créditos y nosotros le daremos otros 25 para que ustedes tengan 50 para poder usar durante el mercado. Entonces no se olviden de venir al mercado de Elgin este verano, empezando junio 7 a agosto 30 de 3 a 8 de la tarde. Ahí los esperaré yo y toda la gente, vamos a divertirnos. Muchas gracias y que tengan una buena tarde.